Big T don't miss.
Bang, 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 boy, shit break. On the hard thing, out of Alabama, you can add Nick say.
What's the word, gang? It's your boy, the Alabama Hitta, and you're not tuned in to Hit Squad TV. If you would, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell on the side to be notified on each and every time we decide to slide. That way. Now, listen, guys, we got a little breaking news, and I'm finna bring it to you. You know, we've been talking about the New Orleans inmates, and it looks like today was a bad day for the guys that were on the lam, as it looks like 3 of them have been taken into custody. Only 2 remain at this juncture. You know what I'm saying? But without further ado, I'm gonna get right into it, and we're gonna lock in. It's your boy Hitta, man. Let's get to it.
Escaped from that Oreleans.
Let's go.
All right, welcome back in here to Live Now from Fox. I'm Andy Mack. After more than a week on the run, we're learning more information about the New Orleans jailbreak as they've apprehended 3 individuals today, meaning there are only 2 out of the 10 initial inmates that escaped from that Orleans jail facility just over a week ago. I want to put this up here on Live Now from Fox from the Attorney General there in Louisiana, Liz Morrell, saying captured inmate Lenton Van Buren now back in custody. He was picked up in Baton Rouge. Very proud of our DOJ Fugitive Apprehension Unit work with the partners there. Van Buren was originally incarcerated on charges of parole violation as well as others. And I also want to put up this from the Louisiana State Police saying 3 of the remaining fugitives taken into custody. Lenton Van Buren arrested in Baton Rouge. Leo Tate and Jermaine Donald were arrested in Walker County, Texas by the Texas Department of Public Safety. So some big information that we're just gathering here on Live Now from Fox about this jailbreak. And we've been following it very closely here on Live Now from Fox for some time. I just want to give you some more information about this as they did capture Lenton Van Buren, and then we're following the latest with 2 more. So that makes a total of 3 today, and 2 out of the 10 still at large, as of course we are following it very closely. Van Buren, the 6th individual apprehended, was charged with 2nd-degree murder in connection with a November 2021 fatal shooting in New Orleans East. He pleaded not guilty in April of 2022. This year, Van Buren asked the court to represent himself. A mental competency hearing was scheduled for May the 29th. So, of course, we're also following just the individuals that are now in custody for aiding and abetting some of these individuals in this prison. As we were following it very closely, it continues to go. And this stems back to a jailbreak as a total of 10 inmates escaped from the Orleans Justice Center after class.
Man, they said Buddy is defending himself. That's the recipe for disaster. No wonder this nigga broke out. That's crazy work. Anyway,
climbing through a hole behind a toilet in the early morning hours of May the 16th. Their disappearance was not noticed for several hours and thus started a massive, more than a week-long manhunt. 7 people have been arrested so far on suspicion of helping the escapees, including jail maintenance worker for shutting off water that allowed them to climb through obviously behind the toilet there. And of course, we are following it very closely. And this was some of the image of these 10 individuals in the initial escape back on May the 16th. We do know now the latest update is that 3 more apprehended today. Still only 2 individuals still remaining at large. Those being Antonio Massey and Derek Groves. The other 8 have been apprehended by police so far. So we're following all of this here on Live Now from Fox. Liz Morrell providing the update on what we know at the latest. Potentially starting tomorrow, we'll have another update. There's been significant criticism of the jail system and allowing this to happen, and the lack of awareness of the video coming out as they were getting a head start on authorities after getting out of this Oreleans Justice Center. All right, I'm Andy Mack. You're on Live Now from Fox. We're back.
So, as y'all seen, we got 2 people left. We got Derrick Groves and we got Antoine Massey. We just hopped off live stream, and while on live stream, I said that I thought that Jermaine Donald would be the last man standing because he's the oldest one out of the bunch, and you know, sometimes you associate age with wisdom, but looks like he was one of the 2 that were captured in Walker County, Texas. Shout out to Walker County, Texas Rangers. Yeah, little corny joke. But yeah, man. Linton Van Buren was picked up in BR, and Leo Tate, one of the guys with probably the least amount of offenses on his record, was captured alongside Jermaine Donald in Texas. The remainder is Antoine Massey and Derrick Groves, which, in, you know, just going by public opinion, these are the 2 most dangerous of the suspects. As we know, Derrick Groves is wanted. He's wanted for escaping, of course, but his charges include unaliving 2 people at Mardi Gras back in, I believe, 2019. And this is a case that he's been fighting since then. They've ran this trial back several times, you know, and on this last time, they finally were able to convict, and he has not even been sentenced yet. Yes, Derrick Groves has not been sentenced yet. He was awaiting sentencing and decided to pull this boneheaded move. We talked about on live stream on Saturday how Derrick Groves' mother was approached by New Orleans police, and they searched the house for Derrick Groves, and when they didn't find Derrick, they asked her to unlock her iPhone, which she refused. At that point, which they took her into custody and held her for hours, and no one could get in touch with her. When they were done with detaining her, they didn't take her to a police station. They dropped her off in a random section of the city, and she had to drop a location for her sister to come pick her up. You know, these are some of the games that these people are playing because they are absolutely fed up with what's going on with the justice system and with people escaping. And what's happening is other inmates in other facilities are following suit. I just saw today where another inmate tried to escape another facility in New Orleans, and this is what they are trying their best to prevent. You know, they don't want copycats, and they want to set a precedent. They want to set a standard to where, you know, we making examples out of everybody that feel like that they can take their situation into their own hands and escape. And furthermore, they're not only punishing these inmates, they are punishing the people that aid and abet them. I think there are 7 people that are currently arrested for either giving these people money, giving them rides, a whole host of things. I know one lady, she was in the car with a young lady that assisted one of these guys. I want to say may have been either Gary Price or the Keenan Dennis, but she was just in the car and she's being held on $1 million bond. They are not playing. They're upset with the people in charge. It was a failure on behalf of the sheriffs. But as I said before, these people are not paid enough. They're not paid enough. When they recruit people, they're not getting the most skillful people, because I'm pretty sure that they're not paying what they should be paying. And when you don't provide incentive for people to do their job, then you're going to hire people that's going to slack on the job. They're probably outstaffed. You know, the prison to guard ratio is probably ridiculous, because that's the way it is in Alabama. You know, so this is what we're dealing with. And Derrick Groves, he needs to be very afraid because I feel like these people have a hard on for Derrick Groves, and the same goes for Antoine Massey. You know, they're from the heart of New Orleans. Derrick Groves is from the lower 9, and Antoine Massey, I believe he's from Uptown. But as a matter of fact, a little fun fact, Antoine Massey's father was good friends with Lil Wayne's father, Rabbit. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. These guys still remain at large. And for all of you people that went as far as the place bets, you know, there you have it. You got Antoine Massey and Derrick Groves. Some's telling me that these two maybe, when they're captured, they may be captured together. Who knows? We'll be here for it. We'll wait to see. And as we get more information, we'll bring it to you right here on Hit Squad TV. With that being said, this is the Alabama Hitter, and I appreciate you rocking with me. If you're still tuned in, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And we got a good fellowship. We got a good amount of people that rock with Hit Squad TV. So if you enjoy the content, tell a friend to come on in, share the video. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, it's your boy Hitta. And until the next time we decide to spin, I'm in the win. Salute to the hitters. I'm gone.